Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about fitness and kids and how we can really make a difference in our kids' lives with fitness. If that is something that interests you, then keep on watching. So I'm going to start off right off the bat with a statistic that kind of blew my mind away. 24%, almost a quarter of kids exercise. That's an extremely low number. Now, when I say exercise, I'm using that term loosely. I'm talking about physical activity. I'm not talking about joining a gym for your kids or anything crazy like that. I'm talking about simply physical activity. So this became pretty important to me because I noticed a trend with my own child's physical activity. The more that I allowed screens, the more that she became a non-moving statue, like on the couch, glued to the TV screen or tablet or whatever. And the more she got bored, the more she wanted to snack, as you can see the pattern here. So I incorporated something into our homeschool that I won't say she's completely obsessed with, but when she does it, she does have fun. She just doesn't like the idea behind me enforcing it. So I have asked her to, along with her 30 minutes of reading that she is required to do every school day, is to do 30 minutes of movement. Now, I don't call it exercise. I don't want her to think of it in like a negative way. I call it movement because she has a ton of options to move. On top of that 30 minutes of movement, me and her and the dog go on a 30-minute walk every day. I know that benefits my own health, and I know that that will benefit her health. Obviously, if we're busy or we're tired or we're sick or whatever, sometimes it gets missed. But 3 to 4 to 5 days a week, we are doing that routine. Now, I know you guys are probably like, oh, it involves me. Like, please know that this is whatever works for you in your homeschool, in your life. Obviously, different people have different challenges, and this is just what works best for us. So during her 30 minutes of movement, we have a few options. So she loves YouTube for this very reason alone. YouTube has opened up a whole variety of movement activities. All you have to do is literally type in kids exercises, kids yoga, kids Zumba, kids dance, kids workout games. I mean, there are a ton of things to go on. One of our favorites is Sweat Kids TV. I think his title is. I'm sure if you type in Sweat Kids, he's so much fun. He does themed videos. So he's done Minecraft, he's done princesses, he's done, I mean, you name it, he's done a theme for it. And he's so engaging and great. And it gets her to move by doing a few of his videos for her 30 minutes. Love Sweat Kids. There is also Cosmic Yoga. If your kid would be interested in doing yoga, you can get a kid's yoga mat at Five Below. I've seen them at Target, and they get to have their own little yoga mat, and I think that's cool because it gets them excited to want to do it. Cosmic Yoga is a little out there, I guess is the best way I can put it. And she doesn't always like to do it. It can get a little boring, and some of it can be a little too kiddish for her at 7 years old, almost 8. But it is fun and still nonetheless yoga. Now, yoga is a good benefit, and if your kid is down the yoga path, there are tons and tons and tons of yoga activities for kids. There's activities on Amazon that you can buy. There are books on Amazon you can buy. There are yoga activity mats that you can place on the floor, and they can pick which one they want to do. There's cards for that same purpose. So many good nuggets there. The next thing that I've seen a ton of is Zumba kid videos. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I will try to link it somewhere here. But he's like a coach, and he does a bunch of Zumba kid videos, and I think they're so much fun. It's just really a fun way to get our bodies moving. And there are so many benefits to exercise for kids. And I printed this out, so I'm going to read this off to you. But this was something, I don't remember if it was on the CDC website, which I get it, but some things, this would be on a million other different websites, not just the CDC. So I just want to read this to you. The benefits of physical activity for children. Their academic performance. It improves attention and memory. Honestly, 100%. If you start with some kind of wiggly or movement with your body, or even a brain activity in the morning, you would be surprised the difference in your child's academic level during your homeschool. Try it. Muscular fitness, it builds strong muscles and endurance. Now, you can easily get this. I'm not saying your kid needs to lift weights or do anything crazy here. You can take your kid to the park and they will be using their muscles to do the monkey bars and climb and everything else. So they are getting that physical activity in right there. Go to the park, it's free. Cardio metabolic health. It helps maintain normal blood sugar levels. Now, I could get on a spew on diabetes in America. I am currently diabetic, so I can definitely see the incline here if we don't get our kids moving. I think there's a lot of misconceptions about diabetes that I won't get into in this video, but it is super important to regulate our body. Bone strength. It does strengthen your bones to exercise. And brain health. Reduces risk of depression. 1000%. My daughter suffers with anxiety big time, and we are on medication. I did do a video on this. If you want to read that, I can have that listed down below. But that just is a step that worked and had to work in our life because she needed that. Anyways, you can check out that video. But it puts her in and elevates her mood when you get that blood pumping, and it just does something to your mood. Think about it. If you go outside and go for a walk or exercise, or if you're on those types of schedules, imagine what that does to your own brain, and like imagine what that can do for your kids. Super helpful. It also improves blood pressure and aerobic fitness with heart and lung health. Long-term health. It reduces risk of several chronic diseases, including type 2 diabetes and obesity, and it helps you maintain a regular body weight and reduce body fat. Pretty simple. Some people, you would think, would say they aren't concerned, and like I know there's a whole lot around food and everything else, which I'm not going to get into. That is for you to decide for your house. But I'm just saying what I've seen and noticed of improvement when I added this into our homeschool. It just changes, and it does so many good positive things. There are lots of other things that we do to get movement though. We have a gym membership, then they have a pool. We do swimming, and we have plank contests sometimes at home just for fun, because I don't want to make it to where it's something she's like forced to do. I want her to develop this habit so that she can use this throughout her entire life. And I didn't have that as a kid. And I feel like maybe if I had it as a habit that she also saw me doing, or if I saw my mom doing or whatever, and it wasn't this like negative way of controlling, I think my life could have gone down a different avenue. So I'm just hoping, I have no idea if this is going to work, but I'm hoping that if I put it in a certain light, that it will help her beneficially throughout her life to use exercises as a way of feeling better about you and about your situation, about whatever you're going through. Because it does help me when I go outside for a 30-minute walk if I'm having a bad day. It just does. There's something about it. We also are in a co-op, and our co-op has a gym class. Yes, it's only once a week, but that's an hour that she gets her body moving with friends. There are tons of these types of things. If you look in your local park district or Google co-op gym classes in your area, more than likely one is there. If they're not, try to start one up. I mean, there are a list of games if you wanted to run one yourself. It is a great idea. And it gets kids used to not necessarily being like Swiss sports or anything, but it could just be basic. And it's so good for kids to work together and do teamwork type abilities and to get them prepared for later in life as well, and how to work in that team environment for one day that they decide to have a career. Whichever way you go, you're pretty much always working with somebody, and a lot of times you don't get that out of a sibling relationship. At least that's my opinion. I'm sure you can, but it's not always the case. So another sheet that I printed out is physical activity recommendations. Now, for preschool aged kids, it is recommended from 3 to 5 years old that they do get physical activity every day throughout the day. Active play, parks, enjoyable physical activities. Nothing like too regimented, but just keeping active. No one wants, to sit in front of the TV all day. On some days, is that okay? Absolutely. But you want to keep their bodies moving. It's important not only for their mental growth, but their physical growth. Children and adolescents 6 through 17 should get 60 minutes or more of moderate to vigorous intensity physical activity daily. Not 3 days a week, which is, pretty much what they tell adults in our life. This is a daily thing that they should be getting. It could be running, it could be soccer, it could be strengthening muscles such as climbing or push-ups or gymnastics or jumping rope, or anything that's getting their body in this vigorous heartbeat and everything, get it elevated, get their blood pumping. So good for them. And then it has adults and older on here as well, but I'll leave that here for you. I believe this was on the CDC website. Honestly, I did a Google search before I did this video because I wanted to come on here and not just sound like a moron that's like, give your kids exercise. It's important, and it's truly changed a lot for us. Now, the only other thing I have here is a couple of these activity games that can make it fun for your kiddos. So I found this free Simon Says fitness. Simon Says. So guys, get your kids moving by playing Simon Says with these fun yet physical activities. You decide when or if you say Simon Says. This is on www.theysmell.com. Don't ask, I don't know. It was free and I thought it was really cool. So this just had a bunch of like pretend to jump rope for a count of 10, hop around like a bunny, hop on your left foot, spin in circles, do a cartwheel, show off the muscles in your arms, do the strangest dance you can think of, scream. Just fun activities to get your kids interested. Another one was a workout for your family is What's Your Name? So it has, for each letter of the alphabet, it has a thing to do. So like if you had U in your name, you would do 5 inchworms, or a Q, 10 arm circles, or an E, 5 crunches. It could just become like a family fun thing and get like the wiggles out. Another really fun one is an animal theme HIIT workout for kids. This was, I believe, on the same website as Simon Says, by the way. This is from, I don't know where this one's from. This is an animal thing HIIT workout for kids. So it has frog jumps, bear walks, gorilla shuffles, starfish jumps, cheetah runs, crab walks, elephant stomps. This is fun if you have a group of kids and you're at the park and you want to do something different, or they're getting bored. It just kind of gives them a different fun activity to do. Last but not least, we have this roll for fitness. So this is basically roll 2 dice, add the numbers together. The sum of the dice determines the exercise movement. So not only is this exercise, but it adds in a little math. And this is just something fun, again, to do, just a fun activity. That, I'm not sure where I got that one from either. I will try to link as much of these activities as I can, and the Sweat Kids account and other things like that. But I truly just wanted to get on here and talk about fitness, because 24% is a really sad number of kids who exercise in the world. Or it might just be US, but it just kind of made me sad for the next generation and so forth if we don't set this idea in their heads as something healthy for their bodies and something that's going to benefit them for not only now, but for really the rest of their life. And I'm just trying to make awareness for it. So if this video is something that you liked of mine, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I am a homeschool mom of one only child in the 2nd grade, and I video all the things homeschool related, and this is partly what we're fitting into our homeschool day. So let me know what you guys do for movement. Do you guys just go to parks? What do you do to get your kiddos' bodies moving? Or maybe you don't at all. Was this helpful for you? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.